Hello, what? Welcome to my cake kitchen. I'm Gladys. Over here, we make simple, informative tutorials to help you navigate baking and decorating. Oh boy, the light is off. Let's get that sorted. And yeah, where is this light? Oh shoot. Okay. All right. We are all lit up properly now. Sorry. I was here earlier and today we're making a red velvet. It's a red velvet cake, but I have changed a few ingredients that is normally associated with red velvet, and I'll be talking you through the intention behind that and why that is. And ultimately, we'll put it together and then we'll yield ourselves a nice red velvet cake. Chances are we might be here for the entire bake session, and the result, we may have to split it. I'll see how it goes. But right now, I have to preheat the oven to 170 degrees C. It's a convection fan oven. And I'm going to start by talking you through the ingredients that I have over here and the slight changes I have made. Red velvet is very popular on the channel. I have different variations of it. And every time I get a chance to come and talk about a red velvet cake, hey, it is great because you get to understand what makes red velvet a little more unique. And it's definitely not a chocolate cake with color in there. There is Seasons here. Seasons, hello lovely. Great to have you back. Steph, I think your name Seasons has registered your channel name so much that like I have to do Seasons, and I'm like, no, she's a person, she's Steph. Steph, how are you? Great to have you back, and I hope you are keeping well. We're making a red velvet cake, people of the South. I have changed a few ingredients. So yeah, every chance I get, I'll tell you, a red velvet cake originally has nothing to do with food coloring, but I'm thankful to the genius who decided that they will add food coloring to red velvet, because red velvet derives its name velvet from the texture, which is a moist velvety crumb that is rich, delicate, has a bit of tartness and tang, because the original red velvet is derived from a reaction between the buttermilk and natural cocoa, which is what is used for making red velvet. And the color isn't actually red. It's a dirty brownish color and doesn't yield so bright as modern variations of red velvet. But times have changed. We have gone for convenience. We hope that whatever you do, the moist, velvety, rich crumb remains, but you get a delicate textured crumb also alongside everything. And this is as a result of the unique ingredient that is buttermilk. I love buttermilk for most of my recipes. It's a very adaptable ingredient that almost works for most recipes, and it's not just limited to baking. You can season and marinate with buttermilk, which is great. But for what it is worth, I didn't have buttermilk. I went to my local shop and I couldn't get buttermilk because they've run out. And by the way, the subject of buttermilk is really important. I feel like I'm repeating myself because I have a video up on the channel, some cupcakes, where I go off on the subject of buttermilk, and that is because I consult for cake recipes with bakers who are trying to develop their recipes, and I troubleshoot baking problems. And sometimes when we say buttermilk, without the real clarity between what buttermilk really is, people go home and they pick their milk and they pour vinegar in it and they form buttermilk. It's not, honey. I hate to ruin it because yes, okay, let me back up a little bit. The original buttermilk is a byproduct of when butter is churned. So it's the watery elements, that is the watery residue that is derived from when butter is churned from cream, right? But that has changed now. Unless you live on a farm and you make your own buttermilk, just leave that watery stuff alone, okay? Okay, unless you live on a farm and you milking your own cows and you're churning your own milk and making your own buttermilk, just leave the watery stuff alone. Modern day buttermilk, or when I reference buttermilk, I'm talking about me and my opinions and my kitchen right here. If you ever hear me say buttermilk, I'm talking about the commercially produced cultured product, cultured dairy, right? So essentially it's a dairy, a milk product that has cultures added to it to give the tang that you will get from the unique flavored commercially produced buttermilk. Have I confused you enough? Okay, so don't go and add vinegar to your milk and come and tell me that is buttermilk. The reason being, call it whatever you want. The most important quality here is the consistency, because when you have milk, depending on what milk you have, I mean, please don't come to me with semi-skimmed milk, okay? It's watery with a bit of color. No, I don't. What is wrong with me? Okay, right. Okay, let's get serious. Your homemade buttermilk is too watery, and if you want to use homemade buttermilk for your cake, as in red velvet cake or any other thing, you have to make adjustments for the quantity in the recipe. Unless you're developing your own recipe, you need to check the recipe you are looking at if it contains buttermilk and make sure that it is actually commercially produced or homemade. If it is homemade buttermilk, the recipe developer will leave you notes for you so that you are clear. So essentially the commercially produced buttermilk is not the same as your homemade buttermilk because the consistency varies. So for instance, if a commercially produced buttermilk that is very cloudy, milky and super tangy, right, the way it presents is going to be so different in terms of texture and appearance to your watery milk and vinegar mix. And whilst they have similar ingredients, like similar properties like acidity and their reaction to in your recipe, they are very different, and so your results will vary. Okay, I have banged on about buttermilk, but let's just say the reason why I am making this red velvet cake is because I've also changed from the buttermilk. Remember I said I couldn't find buttermilk, so I decided to replace the buttermilk here. And actually I didn't go for homemade buttermilk. What I went for is Kefir, which is this product right here. Now it is not buttermilk, okay? It is not buttermilk at all, but in terms of its unique composition and properties, it is very similar to buttermilk in so many ways, except because of how this product is made, it is it's tartier, or it's tangier, like it's strongly flavored compared to buttermilk. Buttermilk is just a little bit sour, okay? This is very complex and heavy. So if you're going to replace this with your buttermilk, you need to make adjustments slightly to it. For a red velvet cake though, it is okay because the buttermilk is just a base that gives you a very tangy, rich mouthfeel from it. And so that is the specific reason I have given you a whole lifetime of information about buttermilk. I'm using Kefir instead of buttermilk, and that's it. The other thing is that the cocoa powder that you will use for your red velvet, I am using cocoa powder paste. That's the different thing. This is about 75 grams of the paste, and it's essentially cocoa powder that has been bloomed with warm water, and that's all. All right, so we have margarine, caster sugar, some eggs, kefir paste, and what do we have here? I'm looking for my food coloring. Oh, I've lost my damn mind. Where is the red food coloring? People, ignore me. Right, let me just find the food coloring, because if I don't find it, actually, let's get on with it. I'll find it. Okay. Oh God. It is a mess in here. Okay, people. Steph, your sister is losing it. Anyway, we have vanilla over here also. Okay, so I did all of that, and the food coloring is here. We have food coloring. Okay, so let's move the two 6-inch tins. Let's move things out of the way and then get our stand mixer and get this over with. Okay. Ooh. There you go. Now, here we are. Into my stand mixer goes in the margarine. Next, we have the sugar and then some vanilla. And then we'll go ahead and start to cream this over. We'll let this cream. We let this cream for up to 4 to 6 minutes, or just keep an eye. Dolly is back. Dolly, darling, how are you? I know you are all right. I've seen you already. But I thought I would ask again. What am I looking for? Yeah, I'm looking for baking soda. Okay, Lollipop, you are cleaning. Come on, scrub up. Chop, chop. Scrub, scrub. There's a quarter of a teaspoon of baking soda. Now, for the flour here, I'm using self-raising flour. I've just added a bit of baking soda in there just to give it a bit of a lift. Okay? For those of you who are just joining in, you may have missed the lecture I was giving about the use of kefir. So go back and check that out, alright? I'm making a red velvet cake, but it's not with buttermilk. It's with kefir and cocoa powder paste. Those are the two different things. Otherwise, everything remains the same. But I've already gone on a tangent about my use of the kefir here. Lollipop, what are you cleaning? Is it the entire house, the kitchen, or you are cleaning Fang's little box? Oh, shoot. Oh, okay, you're cleaning the sink. We'll let this just whip up until it's nice and fluffy. By the way, I'm not here on Thursday and Friday. So I am just making up for it. So for today and tomorrow, you will probably see a lot more of me, just so that you have enough to catch up on, okay? If I'm a bit quiet, it's because this is noisy and I can't like shout. Okay. We want to start by adding the yolks of the eggs first, just so that it will help this set and emulsify properly. And scrape the bowl in a little bit so that we can see what we have. There you go. Right, if you're in the chat, do you want to tell us where you're joining us from and whether you're a newbie? I mean, our oldies and regular people over here, we know you, like your Stephs, like your Dollies, Lollipop. But if you're new in the chat, hello. Good to have you. I know some of us love to sit on the fence and be quiet. That is fine. But if you like to engage with us, do you want to tell us where you're joining us from? Ignore the noise, it's my mixer head. Okay, let's try and scrape the bowl in again so that everything will mix in nicely, and then we'll get to it. It's exciting. Does anybody get as excited as I do with cakes? What am I making? I'm making a red velvet cake, darling. Dolly is asking, what am I making? I'm making a red velvet cake, lovely. Okay? Except I've changed 2 key ingredients in it. I think you came in when I had almost finished talking about it. So I will go back when the live finishes and then kind of recap some of the highlights for you. Okay? Okay, if you're wondering what the clanging and the noise is, it's I have a spare bowl and K beater for the mixer. So the original bowl that came with the mixer is adjusted well, but the spare bowl and the K beater isn't well adjusted. So there's sort of cone in the middle of the bowl where the beater keeps scrubbing on the cone thing, so it's noisy. It drives me mad, but I probably have to adjust it. Is it with cream cheese frosting? No, Dolly, I don't like cream cheese frosting, but I've got a cheat style cream cheese frosting. Ask Lollipop. Lollipop, do you want to tell Lollipop, Dolly, about our cheat style cream cheese? I'll tell you all about it when I'm done, darling. Just hang in there for me. This is on full function, loves. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to mix this together to give the chocolate room to come through, so we don't have like this is good. You know, a butter is good if you can eat it raw and taste it. I know there are raw eggs in here. Don't take no notice of it, okay? Look at that red velvet. Oh, God, this is so good. Okay, let's let it finish. Okay, let's see. Dolly, I can see you are talking about your love of cream cheese. For those of you who don't like bakers using their hands, look away, okay? I have a hand washing basin and a sink in my kitchen. I've just washed my hands, as you can see, but some of you like to hide behind the dirty gloves, okay? But I'm just going to keep quiet. The amount of times I wash my hands, right? And you think, People are like, oh, you're not wearing gloves. I've told you before, I used to work somewhere where you will get a burger, okay? I tell you. Okay, let's so. What am I cooking? I'm making a cake, love. Okay, I'm a baker. We're making a red velvet cake. Now look at that butter. I mean, look. Any baker likes a nice red velvet cake, okay? I love me a red velvet. But anyway, it's done. Okay, let's wipe the wet top. You know what, people? Today I am so proud of myself. I've had a full filming day, okay? Like all the production and the filming, I've done that. I have done a whole live. I am back to doing another one in between all the tasks I have to do. It's a long day for me today, but I've prepped for it and I feel so excited because if you've been here, you would know that I complain a lot about my lack of focus. And some days, you know what, all a girl can do is just doom scroll on TikTok. God, don't worry. It is a better day today. Kathleen is asking, making what kind of cake? It's a red velvet cake, Kathleen. Is it Kate? Is it Caitlin or Kathleen? I hate getting people's names wrong, but I normally can't be so sure. So put A for Caitlin and B for Kathleen. But I kind of feel like Kate will be K-C-A-I-T. Am I making too much of it? Right, red velvet cake. There you go. Yeah, it's a serving of 20. Okay, I think. Woo! I'm just trying to get every little bit of the butter in there, and then we'll set it to bake, and then we'll come back to talking about our buttercream. Remember the buttercream that I left midway? Yeah, there you go. I literally did that to pop the air pockets and air bubbles, and then you make a hole in the middle so that it kind of rises all the way back in, and then it goes in the oven 160 degrees C. for an hour to an hour 15 minutes. Now let me wash my hands. Now here's what I can tell you before we start, people. Thank you for being here, okay? Sincerely appreciate you for being here. And whilst you're at it, the only request I make of you here, hello, great to have you, right? The only request I make of you right now, if you don't mind me asking, is consider liking the video. That is, if you feel you have got some value here, and consider subscribing, right? It's fun to subscribe and be a part of the community. It's free, okay? It is completely free. Bear with me. Yep. Don't worry what happened over there. It's completely free. You get to join the community over here where We talk all things baking and cake making and everything else in between. We have some exciting things. Kind of feel like I need a seat because I've been standing all day. Like I've literally been stood in this kitchen since 11 a.m. Okay? So let me just it's a small kitchen. So sitting down feels like half my bottom is like to the oven, and my waistline feels warm. Too much information, ignore me, okay? Okay, right. Whew. Right. Whilst we're at it, thank you for being here. So I was just saying, the only time I'll ask you to consider subscribing is for you to actually make an intentional choice whether you want to be part of the community here. We have some exciting things headed your way, okay? We do all things baking here. And whilst baking is very precision cooking and science based, and the decoration is very artsy and it's very serious subject, we try to make it a lot of fun for you, okay? So that when you come in here, you are either interacting with us just because you're having a bad day or you're having a good day, you have good news to share. Look, we are family here. So, I mean, the internet can be a dark place, but we have a very safe space over here. So join us if you would like to. That aside, if you're meeting me for the first time, I'm Gladys, okay? My name is on the channel, but it's your show, okay? I come here to entertain you by making cakes and then yapping through all of it. So it's great to have you, and I am so grateful for your company this evening. We literally just put a red velvet cake in the oven. It will take an hour to an hour 15 minutes because of the bake time at 160 degrees C. I don't think you care to watch me yap for an hour and 15 minutes. So there's a chance or a likelihood that we might break the session and then come back. Now, if you want to know about red velvet, I have made this red velvet cake time and again on the channel. We don't gatekeep here. I'm a small cake business owner, a home custom bake service where people order cakes and I make cakes to their preferences, unique just for each individual. But you know what? I don't gatekeep my recipes. I hand them over to you and I give you all the tips to get great results, because you know what? The world is a happy place when we all share, okay? And it really doesn't affect anything, because to be honest, if you want to be a great baker and I hand you my recipes and you go and you do your thing and you win, and that's a win for the entire place. So if you're a beginner baker, stick with us. You'll be happy you did. But that's not a promise I'm making to you. Ask the people in the chat. For you new people in the chat, hello there. Kathleen says, pretty nails. Thank you, darling. Thank you. They're not mine. They're not mine. Don't tell anybody. Can you tell what else is not mine on my face? Let's have a conversation about that. Susie, thank you for being here, okay? Right, thank you all you new people. Tell us where you're joining us from. Where are you joining us from? If you're in the UK, I'm UK based. If you're in the UK, US, let us know where you're joining us and tell us something good about your day. What is happening in your day? What's the fun you are having in your day? Or what is the thing that is stressing you in your day you'd like to share with us? Now, let's go back to Dolly talking about cream cheese. Dolly, do you fill your cake with the cream cheese, or you just, do you fill or you cover? Because look, I like the taste of cream cheese with a carrot cake and a red velvet, like everybody. But you know me, I am very precious about the texture of buttercream. And so cream cheese is not my thing, honey, because Philadelphia, that thing, it's run. I mean, it's mild, it's creamy, it's rich, but it's like, it's giving, it's basic, okay? So cream cheese recipe is, okay, I'll take that back. The regular cream cheese that you know, which is whipping cream cheese with butter, is not my thing. I have said it a time and again on this channel. I would rather make an entire cheesecake with my cream cheese left, my Philadelphia, or as Lollipop said, I have a cheats style cream cheese frosting that is banging, okay? It's literally a no-bake cheesecake filling that I use for my cheese, my cream cheese. It is very steady, but like cream cheese, I don't use it in covering cakes. I just use it to fill. So I actually, I approach the use of it as if it's a soft filling, Okay, so I have a video on the channel. Asha is joining us from the US, and Kathleen is hanging around with her bestie Shirley. Oh my God, you must be very good friends. How long have you known Shirley? Shirley, hi. And you're here with us too. So are you watching us with Shirley, or is just you distracted with us while Shirley is off to the side? That is just by the way. Anyway, I have a video on this channel. I have a video on this channel. It's the red velvet cheesecake filling. The thumbnail is a cake with Oreo. Is it Oreo cookies on it or something like that? It's a dessert style cake. It's on the channel. Go check it out because it has the cream cheese filling. It's very beginner friendly. It's super adaptable. That's my go-to cream cheese filling, but not the regular cream cheese. It still has all the elements of cream cheese without the butter, because I wasn't going to throw my money at butter that will not hold. I wasn't going to, because butter is expensive, man. So it's, yeah. Lollipop says it's simple too. Philadelphia cream cheese, double cream, and extra. Lollipop would even eat broken glass in the thing. Okay, that's how good it is. That's just by the way. So Dolly, go check that out. It's really, really, really good. Oh, Kathleen says a long time, like she's known Shirley for a... Oh, so Kathleen has known Shirley for a long time. I love her a lot. For a lot. Oh my God. Give her a hug, okay? And appreciate... thanks for sharing that with us, okay? Thanks for sharing what you're doing in your day and for telling us about your good friend Shirley. She must be a really deserving good friend, okay? Pass her our love and hugs, okay? And have fun whilst you're at it. Having a bestie is a good thing, isn't it? Where's my bestie at? Lollipop. No, Lollipop, we stopped being besties when I found out you had something I wouldn't appreciate. You have a pet snake. I mean, girl. I was like, I don't want a bestie. I can't come to your house and drink tea and be comfortable. Like, I'm not even coming to the town you live in just in case a python escaped. Okay? That's just by the way. Look at you. Lollipop is like, yo. Lollipop is like, yo, why am I catching strays? Girl, you are catching strays out here because I'm wondering, girl, just when I thought we were going to be besties, you just sprang it on me. You've got what? A snake? Girl, goodbye. Well, if you didn't know, we were here earlier. Where is Dolly? So Dolly, that's us and the cream cheese over there. And oh, for those of you who joined us a little late, you may have missed. Oh, Karabo is back. Karabo, darling, how are you? And how is life in South Africa? I hope you are keeping well. Great to have you back. And Asha, so the new people in the chat, there's Asha, there is Kathleen, there is Susie. Susie, hello there. Dolly was saying, I think bakers wash their hands about 100 times when baking. Well, not that the people on the internet would generally know, because there are people like who are the gloves police who will come at you because you don't have gloves on. I'm like, you don't. And look, do you realize that that is a false impression of cleanliness, though? I mean, gloves has its place in hygiene, which is fine. But I've worked as a support worker, a carer, and I've worked in a place that used to serve food, okay? And all of them, I can tell you, the gloves ain't it. Okay, you are instinctively going to wash your hands after you've done a few different things. You are instinctively going to feel, oh, let me wash this off my hands, right? But with the moment the gloves on, the number of things you touch and you still feel like the glove, please, don't be misled, please, okay? That is just by the way. I hate to get your name wrong, honey. The name, is it Maysilet? I've butchered it. I'm sorry, miss. Okay, it's Miss Young, is it? Hi there. Greetings from, thank you. Hi there. Great to have you. I just hate that I got your name wrong, because Marcel is okay. Marcelet. Did I get that? Thank you for breaking that down for me. Thank you, Marcelet. Let me just, do you mind? I hate changing people's name without asking them, but just for ease and affection too. Mas, how are you? Thank you for joining us today from Florida. I hope the weather is good. Oh, Florida. I can think of things in Florida that will have me on my toes, like the alligators and crocodiles. Is that is that a stereotype, or that is a real thing? Okay, that's Mas. Thank you for being here though. And Kathleen says you're good at making cakes look good. Am I? Thank you. I've been doing it a long time, but yes, thank you. I appreciate the compliment there. And yeah, Sam, I can't wait to for you to begin baking. Oh, darling, you missed it, because the bake, I'm sitting here casually yapping with you and entertaining you. You know why? Because the bake is already in the oven, honey. You missed it. We were here earlier on a live. We were here earlier on the live about 2 hours ago, sort of, and we tried this buttercream. We were doing the buttercream series where we make the buttercream and using different fat options. So today was the 50-50, and you can go check that out. And then we came back and we made a red velvet cake. The red velvet cake had 2 distinct ingredients that are not normally associated with red velvet. I used kefir for the buttermilk instead of buttermilk because I didn't have the short-bought buttermilk to hand. But a direct substitute you can have is kefir, which I used. And also, normally red velvet contains some cocoa powder. And instead of using cocoa powder, I bloomed the cocoa powder by forming it into a paste, which is what I used. So whilst we are yapping, we are just literally sitting here waiting and hoping. I like to kind of show you the result of the bake so that you can see it from start to finish. But I am not sure. I've been sat in this kitchen all day. It's been a filming day because I was filming for the video you are likely to see on the weekend. So it's been a long day, and I've been stood in this kitchen since like 10 a.m. 10 11 a.m. ish, because the 10 a.m. was just the organizing and the behind the scenes and the production aspects of things, and then filming starts, and filming is still me talking to a camera, you know. So I've been yapping all day and my mouth is dry. I am not tired though. I am not tired, but I could probably preserve my energy for something else. So I'm kind of thinking, for a whole hour to sit here and be yapping, could I use it for something else? But you know what? Your attention is valuable equally. So it's neither here nor there. As long as both of us are having fun, that is all right. So Sam, you missed it, but I'm here, okay? I hope you are having a good day though. And Lollipop says, I'll be chatting more after I add cheese to my pasta bake. Oh my God. Lollipop, you are really my spirit person, because you know what I had for dinner? Pasta bake. Lollipop, how is that even a thing? Kathleen says, I am happy in life because I have a boyfriend and his name is Ricky! Ricky! Why am I screaming? Ricky! You know, Kathleen, I'm happy for you. I was just screaming Ricky because I'm excited for you, but also there is is EastEnders still running? Is EastEnders, who watches EastEnders? There's a classic British soap that features a character called Ricky, okay? And Ricky has is it a wife or partner called Bianca, and Bianca is always screaming Ricky, Ricky. Pam says you are so adorable the way you scream. Well, when Bianca is screaming Ricky, you'll say, okay? So Ricky, Kathleen, we are happy for you, okay? All we desire is to find someone who loves us truly and appreciates us, and I am so happy you have found somebody who actually adds value to your life in that way. And for that, Ricky, you are the champ. Ricky, if you're listening wherever you are, you better keep treating Kathleen right and keep making her happy. That's all. And if you're still looking for happiness, don't give up, people, because Kathleen is all happy here. And on that subject of finding someone and being happy, I landed on the good side of TikTok, and boy oh boy, it has my belly feeling all fuzzy and nice and cute. Can I tell you, there is a lady, okay, let me sit down right and tell you this non-story. There is somebody who is in fashion, and they're somebody very popular in fashion. Look, that is not my ministry, okay? The only reason the story matters is that there is somebody in fashion who is like the sort of popular girl that is so loved. Who is it? Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I didn't see you go out.
That's for you and Rio.
Oh, that's nice. Boy, you've been shopping.
It's for Rio after is when Rio does his homework, he can have half and you can have the other half.
Ricky! You remember Bianca and Ricky on his sentence?
I do.
Right? So anyway, let's stay on the story. There is some very it girl-ish person in fashion who is called Laura Brown. And Laura Brown's husband, oh boy, that man is adorbs. When I say he's adorable, not in a bad way, in a good way, because I ended up on the side of TikTok where a man is happily sharing his love story with his wife, and they are not a very traditional couple, if you like. Well, I don't know them, but this young man is, it's an age gap relationship, and this young man is the younger man. He's 16 years younger than Laura, and I wish I could just tag him, but my point is the young man is so adorable. In 2025, where young people, when you check, especially on TikTok, right, much of what you can see on the internet is just the negative aspect of humanity and the self-centeredness, and this is just a wholesome young man who is out here living and adoring his wife. And it's not the typical story of like social media relations. Like, this woman is over here living her life, and she's got herself a young husband, and this young husband just is absolutely head over heels for this woman, and he is happily telling us the love story, and it's just adorable. Okay, so Ricky better be good. That's all. Oh, Lollipop says, we must be the same person. Yeah. Tabitha says, I'm late to the party. What did you miss? Tabitha, you never miss anything, because you know you can find us and find the inside track, okay? And quite frankly, you haven't missed anything at all, darling. We just came and we made a red velvet cake, and we're talking to our friend Sam is it Marcelet? Yeah, Marcelet, and all the new people out here, and we're just catching up. Kathleen told us that she is happy in her life because she has herself a boyfriend, and she's spending time with her bestie. Her bestie is Shirley, and her boyfriend is Ricky. So I'm like, Ricky better be nice to Kathleen. So that's it. But we've just finished the bake, and the bake is in the oven. So what I don't know is cakes in the oven. And I'm just thinking, you know what? The last few sessions, I have been very tutorial focused and I've missed out on the chat. So it's nice to just sit down and catch up with you guys. What have I missed? I kind of miss yapping with you people. But I think the last few sessions, yeah, you know what? When I finished the class today, I part of my morning's prep was to make dinner in advance. So I made the pasta tuna bake with pasta, sausages, chorizo, and tomato sauce, and then put the cheese on it and kept it in the fridge. And then after the class earlier, I baked it. So I'm having pasta tuna bake, and I'm looking at tapeta and going lollipop and going, lollipop, are you sure you're not my spirit person? Because there are some things that I find I'm like, lollipop, is that you or is that me? Tomato, cheese, and chorizo. My dear, we are having the same meal for dinner. Okay. Tapeta said, are you sitting on the stool? Where is the tea? Honey, you know what? I can't do both. Let me be honest. You know, when I've made the tea, I never drink the tea and the tea gets cold. So I've stopped wasting my tea. The tea is getting expensive. Okay? I've stopped wasting it. Look. Okay? I want to get the tea. Lollipop says, Gladys, that's the true British. I know, honey. I know. Gosh, I can't do both. But anyway, whew, it's been a long day and it's been so much fun. You can microwave it, but it's never the same. Who is microwaving tea? Not me. If I like my tea scalding hot. So hot, I can't drink it. But if I was handed tea colder than scalding hot, I'm not going to be able to drink that. Like, what? What do you mean? Give me... please, don't do that. I want hot tea, okay? But anyway, remember, I baked some cupcakes. So here are some cupcakes for me. Some crushed cupcakes. Eventually, when you see the video, you will know what happened to the rest of the club. Stop it up. It's like micro zapping coffee. It's blasphemous. Like, there are some things you shouldn't just do. Like, why are we microwaving tea? Why? No. Just pour the cup away and make a fresh brew. Let's just make a fresh brew. I mean, it's water and tea. Why are we microwaving it? Lollipop says, I can finally sit down, honey. Do you feel like you want to lay down too? Anyway, here is what you have heading your way over the weekend. By the way, that is if I can find the time to edit. Okay? We have 1 base butter, 3 different cupcakes. And we made a chocolate, a jammy dodger, and an Oreo. And for the chocolate, we had chocolate topping on it. And look at that. Hmm. This is so good. People forgive me, yeah? Forgive my manners. At this point, I think I probably need a cup of tea for real. 11:28. Hiding gray. Oh, it's only 11:28. Okay. 7:29. So let's see. It's about an 8-hour time difference. Tapita, is it? Let me go wash my hands, yeah? And then see if I can make myself a cup of tea. Right. I really do want to make myself a cup of tea. Let me just boil the kettle. And if you've been here for a while, you'll know I break my teacups a lot. I haven't broken one in a while. Touch wood, nothing breaks for a bit. Whew. We wait for the capital says what weather app says rain starting in 15 minutes. I'm not ready for fall. Are you not? Well, the thing is, fall doesn't seem to ask you for permission before fall shows up, is it? Lollipop says, I like an overcast day as long as rain doesn't start. I don't mind an overcast with just a little bit of sunshine, but at 7:30 I'm looking out of my window and it's dark. It is really dark. It's like fall. Fall is really fall. It's really dark out here. Okay. Let's make ourselves a British cup of tea. People, you know what? I could stand here and keep yapping, or we can go and come back in half an hour and bake. You have a garden light lighting up the bench area. Ooh, my garden is dark. Okay. Okay, now I've got myself a cup of tea. Let's drink some tea. You can grab yourself some tea. I can't do both. Oh, nothing beats a good hot cup of tea. Okay? Nothing. Right, people. We are almost half an hour away from this bake finishing, right? I could be doing something else, or I could be yapping to you, and we'll still be waiting here. I'll make room for Tapita and Lollipop. Tapita, are you hiding between mountains? We desire to go. Let's see.
the other choices?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, Dakota lives in the valley. I cannot wait to visit Oregon one day. I bet that's beautiful. I will, Lollipop. I will. Tapita. Unless perhaps you have an email sitting for me in the last couple of days. I did email you, honey. But yes, you have the same email habits like me. Like you disappear for days.
Okay. Hey, we need large glass of milk, large glass of water. Yeah, she's alive, buddy.
Ow!
Sorry.
My eyelash.
Sorry. Rio nailed his homework, adverbs and verbs.
Okay. You want to say hi to your people? Hello. Hello.
Alright, come on.
Yes.
Big producer. Big producer and mini producer.
Me.
You want to say hi to your people?
Just shout hi, Rio. Hi.
Bye.
Hello. We love you.
Love you too. Good night.
Good night.
I want to see what's in the comments.
Okay, come and stand here
I
then.
can't see the
Won't be
comments.
long.
Yeah, producer crew. They're saying hey. Producer crew.
I can't see the comments.
Oh, Tabitha is saying hello. You should look. It's on the screen.
I can't.
Unless the phone has died.
Oh.
Oh.
There we
There.
go.
Yeah, Lollipop says hello.
Hello.
Remember, Lollipop, you're always asking, who is Lollipop?
Hello. Hello.
Carab. Oh, okay.
Why does it say Lollipop Land? Is it like...
Yeah, it's Lollipop Land. That's her name. It's just Lollipop Land. Because
Why, that's
because she is fun and she's vivacious and she's... Oh, actually, I'll tell you something about Lollipop you didn't know. She has a pet snake. A real one.
You must be scared.
You know, I am scared to death. Okay?
Well, I'm not.
Sorry?
I'm not. You don't let me have a pet snake because you're so scared of them.
Now, that's my son ratting on me, people. Okay? That's my little guy telling...
Mama, what about that cupcake? Chocolate cupcake.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Go and give them... Go and get... Right? So, you know what? You can have the 2 cupcakes. And then Daddy can have the other one with the chocolate. You can have the 2 chocolate ones.
But they're too broken.
Yeah, but you can put them together. No, take the plate. Go and give the whole thing. Yeah, put it on the plate. And then give this to Daddy and you can have this one. Yeah? All right. You want to say good night to your people?
Good night.
Okay. Oh, okay. Lollipop Wonderland. So, in short, for a gamer name, I had Lollipop Wonderland. Ah! So, Lollipop, you have a lot in common with the people in my house. Them 2 little producer and the big producer are both gamers, you know. And Grandma play games too. Giselle, hello. Giselle, how are you? Carabo, how are you and how is life treating you? Because we are here eating cake, catching up and waiting for our red velvet cake to be finished. Because as soon as this... You love gaming. You don't have much time at the moment because you've got a 3-year-old, honey. And a whole life. Whew. I feel like, who feels the same way about a cup of tea and cake? You would think that for someone who bakes a lot and who, I don't, you might not believe this, but believe me when I tell you, I don't actually eat a lot of cake than like you would think I do, you know. So you would think that for someone who bakes this much, I would be used to the eating of cake, and the feeling of eating cakes will go away, like the novelty will wear off. Not exactly for me, because I don't eat a lot of cake, but I enjoy the bake. There are moments where when I sit with my favorite thing in a cake and with a cup of tea, it just feels like heaven. I'm eating an Oreo cupcake with a cup of tea, and the feeling is just like it's heaven. That's all. Kathleen's place. Hiya, darling. Pardon my manners. You're in my home kitchen and a girl is eating, okay? Kathleen, I am good. Thanks for asking. How are you? It's been a little while. You know what? I must have confused you with our earlier Kathleen, because another Kathleen was here earlier. She's hanging out with her bestie Shirley, and she's got herself a new boyfriend Ricky. And in my head, I'm like, I've seen you here before. I've seen you. Turns out I was confusing her with you. So great to have you, Giselle. Giselle, I don't speak French, so I don't know what you're saying to me. Karabo is busy with baking in church. Karabo, what are you baking? You can't go wrong with church though. You can never go wrong. So I hope your spirit is nourished and you have great company and you are keeping faith. Okay? Keep going. Karabo, what's making you laugh? Oh. Okay, Kathleen. Surely you're not here professing your boyfriend and your bestie. I know. Kathleen, you've been here before. Thank you for stopping by. You know what? I am like, in my effort to register everybody, half of the time I'm hella confused. Okay? I know. Oh, thanks for stopping by though. I hope you're having a good day. Lollipop is going to go. Caramba. I was like, yeah, but me too. I know, right? Anyway, you're joining us. I don't know if that will be good time, because you know what? For some of you, the best time is when we are yapping and talking about nonsense and keeping you entertained. And for some of you, it's a bit of both, right? So you literally, just to bring you up to speed with what we're doing, we've just baked a red velvet cake, which is in the oven, and we are waiting to see the result of it. We are looking to see. Girl, better stop talking. My head hurts. No, I'm doing a live right now, so just stop by to. Okay, you're doing a live. Okay, let's see. Maybe I'll stop by and check you out sometime, Kathleen. But thank you for stopping by. I hope you're having fun on your live though. What are you doing over there? I should stop by and check you out, my dear. Okay? But thank you for stopping by with us today. We are so grateful to have you. Lollipop needs a ginger beer, right? And Karabo says she's been doing a variety of biscuits today, including scones and some ginger loaf. Oh, you're tired. Just to clear. Karabo, welcome to the cleaning team, okay? You're showing your clothing line. The problem is I can't get to see you whilst I'm on the live. Is that possible? Because I'm on mobile, right? But when let's see. I can't. Right, I will have a look. I'll have a look and I'll drop you a comment when I'm there so that you know I registered my presence. But yes, good luck. You're showing your clothing line today, honey. Congratulations. Is it a launch? Is it? Oh, thank you. You are good. You like a bit of both when we are doing tutorials and when we are a bit of both. I mean, we have to have bits of both sometimes, isn't it? Sometimes I love a bit of both also, but some days it's like I have to focus and deliver the information, and then when I finish, I'm gone. And then when I go back and I look at the comment section, I'm like, oh, people were talking to me and I missed it. So where I can stop and literally just yap away, as long as it's keeping you entertained, that is okay. Oh, you design. Oh, so you are into fashion stuff. Is that what your channel is for? You know what? I better tell us anything you want to share about your channel and what you do in the chat, and I will tell the group and they can check you out. But I'll stop by and check out what you're doing over there. So you're just showing the patterns, your patterns for the clothing. All right. That I cannot imagine what a custom dress looks like. You know, it must be so good wearing something that is one of a kind, and the artistry of it. You're just launching it as well. Congratulations. Congratulations and all the best. And give yourself a pat on the shoulder. Girl, launching a business and doing all that it takes and still supporting each other over here. Thank you for stopping by. Well done. And congratulations on the launch. All right. Where are we? This cake better finish so I can... Oh, random story. You know I love random stories. You know what I was about to say? I'm like... I was literally just about to go, this cake better finish so I can go home. It's like, and I had to catch myself, you're home. Oh, you're home. You too, Kathleen. You too. Have an amazing one and I'll catch you soon. Take care. Come back soon. Come back and stop with us and I'm sure we'll catch up with you soon. Okay? Right? Random story. Many years ago. Many years ago, when I first came to the UK and I had a job, and okay, when I first came to the UK, there were so many things I was juggling mentally that were like exhausting, and I didn't realize were exhausting, between the culture shock and the unfamiliar environment and the different things I had to learn. I didn't even realize that was a lot and how much that weighed on me. So much so that I used to work in a nursing home, and these were like elderly clients who were of advanced age and illnesses that they were not going to recover from. And some of them... I think I've just caught myself about what I actually wanted to share. So there was this person who would just they couldn't hear very well, and so if you were talking to them or interacting with them, the client, they were called Gladys. Okay, this person was called Gladys, right? And so when I worked there, I was younger Gladys and they were older Gladys, but they didn't like being referred to as older Gladys. They wanted to be Gladys. So every time anyone, for good reason, there had to be distinction between the two Gladyses in the environment. And so every time anyone said anything to a Gladys and had to differentiate the context and go, oh, it's not about you, I'm talking about older Gladys, the client will go, I am Gladys. And they did that for a long time. And then they got fed up being called older Gladys. So eventually they would say, I want to go home. And they kept repeating, I want to go home. And then one day we said to them, they couldn't go home. And we gave them the reason why they couldn't go home. But they said, but I'll catch a bus and I'll go home. And I spent my entire day trying to convince this person why they couldn't go home and why they couldn't catch a bus. So eventually, it became this repetitive thing over a 14-hour shift where I was like, you can't go home and this is the reason why. And they would say, take me to the bus stop. Where is the bus stop? And they kept repeating it to the point where, this sounds like a non-story, but it was so funny. When I finished my shift, I had to catch a bus to go home. And at the bus stop, the resounding voice of this person who had kept going, I want to go to the bus stop, take me to the bus stop, I want to go home. I was stood at the bus stop, not realizing that I was saying the same thing over and over again in my, like, I was so exhausted, I was daydreaming at the bus stop, and I was like, I want to go home, take me to the bus stop. And whilst I was doing that, I felt a tap on my shoulder, and there was this lovely lady who looked straight at me, and she went, oh sweetheart, you are at the bus stop. I swear she could have thought I was losing it at that point, but I was just tired. Let's go have a look at our cake. Ooh! Honey, I gotta tell ya. I gotta tell you, the cake looks amazing in there. It looks good. But I've got to wait for it to finish baking. So at this point, we're stuck together. It's just you and I. It's just all four of us over here. Okay? Let's wait for the cake to be done. And then we'll see the result and we'll be adios.
Let's go.
Where are you going? Whilst we're at it, let me make use of my time and let's go back to making this buttercream so that I can finish it off and be done with this. There you go. Now, the buttercream here is a mix of shortening and butter with 2 parts of sugar, okay, and some salt. We started this on an earlier live, which is already up on the channel. We want to just cream it till it comes together, and then we'll slow it down and we'll see what the results are for this one. Yeah. Kathleen said she's back because she's finished her live. Kathleen, thanks for stopping by again. How did the live go? Lollipop, have a great one. We'll catch up soon, darling. Take care and thanks for stopping by. Come back later and see the results of the cake though. I'm only holding out so we can see the result and be done for today. Okay? And I'll see you tomorrow on the next one. Take care. I'm just going to taste this again because I made a sing song and dance about shortening. I think I just want to mask the shortening a bit, so I'll just add maple syrup and vanilla. Try and cream that also. Let's get this all in. I added the maple syrup just so that it can mask the not bad actually. It's not bad. Okay, let's let it go. Cake. Okay, it's still wet in the middle. Right. That is not to say I am fond of shortening. No, I still don't like it. But adding the maple syrup and increasing the vanilla has masked the shortening a little bit. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I remember you said Karabo. If you you haven't been here since the we started these tutorials, right? Okay, right. So let me just slow this down and I'll talk to you some more about what I'm on about. Okay, we'll let this mix on slow so that it pops out the air bubbles, air pockets. That's all we can get out of it, right? So you haven't been here, Karabo, since we started. Oh, sorry. You haven't been here since we started this part of the tutorials. What we were trying to do was practically engage in using different fat options for our buttercream and then testing for the results. And boy, oh boy, have we not come to find out. The brand of shortening we have in the UK that I got, which is Trex, it has an aftertaste that just feels like stale oil that is gone off. It's kind of a weird mouthfeel. So we made the buttercream with margarine in one of the episodes earlier, and then we came back, we discussed shortening, the advantages, the pros and the cons of shortening, and then we made the video, as in a live, using shortening, the results were still less than impressive in many ways. The one thing that stood tall for shortening though is that it remained stable throughout, but the mouthfeel was waxy, a little odd and stale, right? So we thought, okay, in baker circles, most of the time it's recommended to do a 50-50, part of butter to parts of shortening, just for stability whilst employing the properties of butter for a good mouthfeel and great eating experience. Well, that is where we are, which is half of butter, half of shortening, 250 grams altogether, to 500 grams of butter, to 500 grams of sugar. And boy, when we started this morning, when I came to mix this afternoon, the shortening still kind of towered over the butter. The shortening still felt off. I wasn't sure about it. It didn't feel great. But having tried to enhance the flavor a little bit by increasing the amount of vanilla and adding maple syrup, it masked the aftertaste a little bit. I guess I can work with it. Frankly, I have also said it might be the brand of shortening I am using, because we found out earlier today from Tabitha that in America you can get different options of Crisco, like the butter flavor, the vanilla flavor. There's so many shortening types and how they are flavored on the market, which makes for good results. Unfortunately, whilst shortening stabilizes well, it doesn't yield well in mouthfeel at all, at least for the brand I am using. So that is where we are, essentially. Oh, okay. Oh, it's done. Okay. Ooh, our red velvet is done. Okay. If I leave it in any longer, it will burn. So, okay, our red velvet is done. Okay, it's done. Here is where I will ask you politely, before I show you what is here, if you haven't liked the video already, please do, because I have something amazing to show you. I've got something amazing to show you, so come on. Come on. Karabo, how is the margarine formulated? Because when I used margarine for the buttercream here, it was a hella mess. Okay, so I wonder if the formulation is slightly different. But anyway, our red velvet cake is done. Can we clap? Show by your hands. If you're in the chat, I know there are about 6 of you in the chat. Even if it was just me, I'll still be mouthing off. Okay, so never mind who is not here. I'm going to show you something amazing. This would be the best thing you would have seen in a long time. First of all, can we appreciate how even the cakes are baked? Okay, can we appreciate? Okay, I've told you, we have some good cake, right? Karabo, it's me, your sister. Look at that cake. You cannot look. You cannot tell me anything. You cannot tell me anything. Sis, you cannot tell me nothing, okay? If you're looking for a red velvet cake recipe, here you are. There you go. I mean, girl, look at that. Look, girl, look. Ooh, the cake is hot, people. The cake is hot. But the crumb is so moist. And it's so settled. And I love it. I love it. Red velvet, okay? If you want a red velvet cake, there you go. I have nothing to tell you except if you want a red velvet cake, just come on. How can you not like this? Like, seriously. Seriously. How? How can you not like this? Okay? Sis, I have scoffed on a lot of cake today. Otherwise, I would be cutting this so we can be eating it. But you know what? I'm going to love you and leave you. And I'll leave all the information in the community post. Go find out all the details. I haven't put it yet. I will though. And then, but most importantly, this red velvet was made with no buttermilk inside. We didn't have buttermilk. We had kefir. Okay? I broke all the reasons why I used kefir. Sis, come back any day. Okay? If you're in the chat and you're new to baking, consider subscribing. It will probably be one of the best decisions you make for a very long time. Happy baking, and I'll see you on the next one.